Hello there, Capricorn. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for November 20th through 30th, 2019. Very excited to have you back to the channel. If this is a return visit, if it's your first time joining me, I'm so glad to have you here as well. A big welcome to you. I do invite you to reach out and touch that subscribe button, join the Dragon family. Also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and letting me know that you enjoyed this content. First, as always, a few quick notes before we get started that this is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Capricorn out there, but if those messages do resonate with you, they're meant for you. If they don't resonate with you, kick them on out to another Capricorn out there. This will mostly correspond to Capricorn Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, so do check your chart for your personal placements, because if this doesn't particularly resonate with you, you may have signs, other planets and other signs that will resonate with you more. All Capricorn cross-watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you're interested in a personal reading, more information about me, and also the card decks that I use in each reading, just check the description box down below. All the information will be there. Alright, so Capricorn, so excited. There's so much great energy coming up. And we're doing so much planetary movement right now. So I'm going to start out by talking about your astrology. It's been a beautiful day right now. The sun is going down, so we're in this very magical kind of twilight time right now, which I think is very cool to be doing your reading. So we have gone through a very heavy year. We're kind of wrapping up a lot of these energies, wrapping up a whole decade. 2019 is coming to a close. We're going into 2020, which is a big new shift. So Capricorn, this has been a challenging year for everyone, and in particular for you, because having Saturn and Pluto both in your sign is very tough. Those are probably the two heaviest planets in the whole astrological wheel that we have. They're all about relaying a foundation, tearing up the old stuff that doesn't work for you anymore. Death and rebirth and going through regenerative cycles and recovery, doing a lot of inner growth, a lot of transformation. So it's definitely been a challenge. It's heavy. It's a lot to go through. But the beautiful thing is, Capricorn, it also brings you a lot of magnetism, a lot of power, just raw power to get things done. And the goats are some of the toughest, most resilient folks in the world. And so if anyone can get through those energies and work with them and become even stronger from them, it's definitely you. Very positive action that's coming up. Mars is moving into Scorpio, and that's actually happening today. It's been in Libra, and the reason that's significant, especially for Capricorn, is because Libra energy creates a square. It creates a challenging pattern to your sun sign. So having Mars move out of Libra into Scorpio is actually taking a lot of limitation and a lot of frustration off of you. Also because, Saturn is in Capricorn, that Libra Saturn Capricorn energy has been really blocking itself. So if this year has just felt like, oh my gosh, such a slog, especially through late summer, most of autumn, it's been very tough because Saturn is like limitation. It's like, hold on, don't go too fast. And Mars is like, but I want to go fast. And so don't be surprised, if you have felt like no matter what I do, I just can't get ahead. That's a big reason for that. So that's actually shifting up. And by the end of the year, it's going to feel so much better for the Capricorns. So that's a powerful thing that's happening for you. I would also put out there that Mercury is going direct. That was in Scorpio as well. So yeah, there's just so much that's coming out, and this is hitting your 11th house of social consciousness. social connections and being able to reach the masses. So Capricorn, if you've been doing something that really requires you to be able to connect with lots of people and that's felt just thwarted and challenged and difficult, that's also going to improve as well as this Mars energy comes in. Mercury going direct is also very positive because that hits the same house for you, that same area of social connection. So very good things to look forward to. The Sun is going to be moving into Sagittarius on Friday the 22nd. That starts to light up your 12th house. So Capricorn, this is almost like you winding down your year, because then when the winter solstice hits, that's when the Sun goes into your sign and your energy comes way up. But during this time of Sagittarius, give yourself some time to recover, to regroup, to heal, to clear, to cleanse, to cry things out if you need to. Talk with a good friend or a counselor about things that you've gone through this year or things that have been coming up emotionally, spiritually. Very, very positive to work through that right now. The new moon is also going to be in Sagittarius, going into that house. So there is a lot of new spiritual beginnings, new spiritual revelations that you will be carrying into the following year, which is quite beautiful. The fabulous energy that's coming in that all Capricorns should be very excited about, I know that I am, is the Venus movement into Capricorn on Monday 25th, as well as the big benevolent planet of Jupiter moving into Capricorn on December 2nd. This is definitely a much needed blessing, much needed burst of optimism and positivity. It won't get rid of every single challenge or struggle, Capricorn, but it's going to help so much, because it'll join up with that Saturn, join up with Pluto that are already in Capricorn, and it's going to start bringing about the more positive aspects of all the work, all the trials, all the suffering, all the stuff that you've gone through. It will start to bring about the positive results. And you'll really be feeling that energy all through 2020. And I think really even a year after that, through 2021, I always say it's like the year after Jupiter's been in your sign, it's like all that good stuff is integrating. So it's a really great, transit that's going to be very positive for love, for, re-identifying yourself in a very big, positive, bold way. You will feel more expansive and more inclined to take risks, even if they're calculated risks. I know Capricorns are kind of like, I don't want to jump before I know what I'm getting into. But, it's like you'll be more inclined to take those chances, and they're more, potential to pay off if you do that. So, Neptune also goes direct on Wednesday 27th in Pisces. That's also a very good placement for you, Capricorn, because it encourages your creative thoughts, creative imagination to come back up online. I will be doing as many videos as possible in this coming week. It's been very, very busy, not surprising, lots of people booking readings, which I'm very grateful for, but, it can be a little challenging to get all these videos made. I wanted to get these done sooner, but it's just been a wild week, so thank you for bearing with me. So let's go ahead and get into your cards, Capricorn. I'm so excited to see what's going to come out for you in your intuitive messages here. I'm going to pull some major themes, and then we're going to do a full Celtic Cross Tarot spread. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Capricorn as we do the reading for November 20th through 30th, 2019. Please protect their energy as well as mine throughout the session and bring through messages that are clear and for their highest good. Thank you so much. Ooh, yeah. Capricorn, like I said, Pluto energy, transformation. There's that death card coming up. Pluto's in your sign, and this is all about transformation, death, rebirth, regeneration, recovery. So it has not been light and fluffy. This has been a complete change within you. My goodness. Okay, so let's bring up a card from the Bird Spirit deck here. The other night when I started getting this round of readings done, the owls were hooting out in the trees, and I love them, my little barred owls. And so as soon as I heard that, I said, all right, I'm going to use a bird deck. So let's see which feathered friend is coming through here for Capricorn. Oh yes, look at this, the pheasant. I love the pheasant card. Time of fertility and creativity. So Capricorn, this is beautiful. This is growth. This is, like I said, your creative energy and spirit coming back up. A time of fertility and abundance. A time to start thinking about, you know, furthering your plans, what you want to plant, what you want to grow more of, whatever it is that you want to create, Capricorn, it's coming up to the surface. So let's pull a goddess energy card. We've got a lot of, you know, strong, intuitive, and divine feminine energy coming up around us as we move into the time of Neptune going direct. So let's see what guidance is coming through from your divine feminine intuition. Oh, I love it. Capricorn. Isra, she who dreams, escape, dreams, and fantasy. So Capricorn, you're always a very practical sign. You're always very rooted in the earth, very much about what's logical, what makes sense, what's, you know, very, very grounded and sensible. But this is telling you, don't be afraid to dream. Don't be afraid to open up your mind. Escape a little bit into those daydreams. Think about, you know, what you would love to create, what you would like to see manifest, and let that, you know, kind of guide you, because there is a great time of creativity and fertility. You're passing away from so many old patterns. You know, that death card, it's a complete transformation, and that could be the inclusion of being, you know, trusting your intuition a little bit more. There's that beautiful moon in that card, so it's all about trusting your spirit a little bit more, Capricorn. I'm going to move Mr. Dragon over here, and we're going to get into your tarot. Let's check out your deeper messages. I'm going to be using the Celestial Tarot for the main spread, and then clarifying with the Grand Lux today. Okay, it's ready to go. You can feel it. Ooh, yeah, okay. Love it. Okay, so Capricorn, immediate past, Cardinal Fire, King of Wands. Very, very fiery. This is Mars. This is Aries energy, very strongly represented. So to me, this is you really stepping into your power. Is similar to the Emperor energy as well, which is like, I have been through the battle. I have been through the ringer. I'm stepping into a position of greater authority from a passionate place. Not going to be putting up with anybody's shenanigans or nonsense anymore. Capricorn, you don't generally put up with that in general, but if you have been, you know, giving people too many chances or too much leeway, this is really saying you're not going to be doing that anymore. You're coming from a very powerful position. So let's clarify this card. Yeah, and getting unstuck. Look at that. There is that Eight of Swords. So to me, this is all about releasing yourself from any self-imposed limitations. Capricorn, you know that your card in the tarot is the Devil. And so, you know, it's like there is that you know, message about, you know, limiting yourself, tying yourself down, not being willing to see beyond, you know, the here and now, and getting really stuck in a rut with routines or old negative ways of thinking. So this is all about your thinking, because the swords is always air energy, mental energy. So it's like, you know, you're starting to see places where it's like you've really held yourself back as well. So very powerful as you move and cut through that old baggage, moving into the present energy right now. There is that Ten of Swords, completion of painful cycles, a lot of air energy, Capricorn. So I think that for many of you, you're really coming to a place where worry and anxiety and, you know, fretting over things too much really just no longer has a place in your sphere of consciousness. So let's pull a clarifier for that Ten of Swords, please. Yes, Capricorn. I mean, this is all about that. And again, Seven of Wands. This to me is all about, you know, fighting with yourself. It's like we've got lots of outside influences always. You know, this card to me shows the guy who's, you know, he's fighting this battle, and there's all these, you know, the wands are lined up down here, but you can't see anybody actually holding them. So he could just be fighting wands that are stuck in the dirt, you know? And so to me, this is just saying, you know, it's all about kind of deciding. It's like, am I really fighting someone else or some external influence, or is it really just myself that I'm fighting against? So yeah, Capricorn, this is very powerful realizations of self-limitation, self-doubt. You're breaking through that. You're kind of seeing it for what it truly is. And then going into the immediate future, look at that High Priestess. Very moon connected, very much about tuning in, turning on to yourself, to your, you know, interior being. And so, you know, the next full moon that's coming up is the Cancer full moon, and it's the reflection of the Capricorn sun. So that full moon coming up for December, I think will be a very, very powerful full moon cycle for you. So let's pull a clarifier for the High Priestess. Yes, and this is something that's very worth working on. There's that Three of Pentacles. Capricorn, you're really doing some very good, very solid work at restructuring your spirituality, your spiritual beliefs, your intuitive life. Very beautiful. You know, it's like this card that came up in the beginning. This reminds me a lot of that High Priestess. It's a little bit mysterious. It's a little bit ephemeral. But to me, that emphasis, you know, this extra energy from the Three of Coins is bringing in a more solid energy. So to me, it's like there's your Earth, there's your Capricorn side. It's like there's that balance of intuition and logic coming together in a very powerful combination. The Three of Pentacles also leads to you building something very new based on your spiritual intuition. So very, very nice card. Eight of Pentacles, this is what's on the position of what to focus on, and also what's going on within your subconscious messages that you're feeling inside is the Eight of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy, this is Saturn energy, so very connected to you. This is one day at a time work, Capricorn. Don't rush it, don't push the river. You're very, very good at that anyway. You were a very patient sign, and so this is just saying, don't give up. Work at what you're doing each day, even if it doesn't seem like you're making that much headway each day. Still do it, even if you can only spend a half an hour, you know, on the thing that you really have as your dream goal. It's like it will add up. It will create a big effect over time. So let's see what clarifies this Eight of Pentacles, please. Yes, and Capricorn, again, this is something I think that it doesn't, you know, doesn't surprise me in some ways. This is coming up, the Seven of Swords, the sneaky little guy in the shadows that's been deceptive. He's not very honest. He doesn't show what he's really thinking or doing. And so for me, that really points to a lot of Capricorns having been deceived, having felt led astray, somebody that hasn't been upfront with you, and you're really working through this. You're working through learning to trust your intuition again, because if you've kind of been backstabbed, not been dealt honestly with by others, yeah, this is definitely coming up. And it's also, of course, this is general, so it can also point to places where Capricorn, make sure you're very honest with yourself and with others. Don't hide your true feelings about what you're, working on in your life. So up on the top, coming in from the divine messages, this is your guides and your divine source coming in. Queen of Pentacles, fixed earth. This is Taurus, this is Venus, this is Capricorn energy, very strongly represented. This is balance, it's stability, it's having good foresight, it's having a handle on your business, on your life. It's a very, very positive card, especially for an earth sign coming in. So let's pull a clarifier for her, please. Oh, Capricorn, you are going through so much. Look at this. Look at that Tower card. This is divine intervention from on high. And because this is in the position of the divine coming in, get ready, because anything that hasn't worked, anything that hasn't been for your best, it's all coming down. We know that, Saturn and Capricorn energy, which we are in right now, is all about changing the foundational structure, rebuilding something that's very solid. And if that tower wasn't solid, it's coming down to the ground and something new is going to be built. So anything that seems to be disruptive or troubling Capricorn, believe me, it really isn't. This is something that's actually part of your growth. It's part of building a stronger foundation for you in the future. Reorganizing, especially around that earth element, because this is like, you got to make sure that you're planted in stable ground. You don't want to start, any kind of project, business, relationship with a shaky foundation. So this is actually a really divine gift that Spirit's bringing through to say, we're going to make sure that, anything that isn't working for you is going to be taken out of the equation so that only good things come to you. Let's look at some advice going up the side for all of this for you, Capricorn. That one wants to come out. I'm going to put that one to the side and read that at the end. Ooh, okay, Capricorn. Lots of new beginnings and starting things. Oh my goodness. All right, so suggested approach. Ace of Swords, very powerful air energy. This again is very divine intervention, cutting through anything that's been cloudy, confusing, gaining clarity, gaining true vision, seeing things from a higher mind perspective. This is very strong Libra energy in particular, so it's bringing about greater balance, stability. It's a Venus energy that comes up around that Ace of Swords as well. So even though it's sharp, even though it's very cutting and it opens up that clear vision, it's also for your greatest good. It's that Venus energy. So to me, with Capricorn, Venus going to be happening, to me, this has a lot to do with balancing relationships as well. So let's pull a clarifier for this one. And that Queen of Swords comes up on top of the Ace of Swords. So very powerful balance, again, of intuition and in intellect. So yeah, use your clear mind, Capricorn. Let Spirit guide you, but also use that clarity of your mind. I love that. Then we get into what you need to know about all of this is that Queen of Cups comes up. This is very strong Scorpio energy. She is the queen that doesn't wear her heart completely on her sleeve, even though she's got very deep feelings and emotions. She is the one that has that cup with the lid on it that's closed. So to me, it's like what you need to know, Capricorn, is that you should honor your feelings. You should trust your intuition and don't necessarily open everything up immediately for somebody, especially if they've hurt you, especially if they've been difficult in the past. Take your time. You don't have to open that cup up right away. You know what you've got is good. They know what you've got is great. So, you know, make them work for it a little bit. That is just fine with me. So let's pull a clarifier for the Queen of Cups for Capricorn. Oh, another Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles has come up twice in your reading. That's a beautiful energy for you, Capricorn. To me, this just encourages even more so. Queen of Cups, Queen of Earth, balance of intuition and logic. Look at that. So absolutely, you know, ground, stabilize, trust your grounding center, whatever it is that makes you feel very earth connected and very solid and stable within yourself, gravitate to that. And if somebody's not giving you that good stabilizing feeling, just you know, you keep that cup closed until they prove that they're worthy. So then we have the hopes and fears. Here's this Virgo, here's this Hermit energy. So there is a little bit of concern from you. It's like, am I just going to be doing this path alone forever? You know, but at the same time, it's like you don't really mind, you know, taking care of yourself. This is very strong, again, very Virgo energy, so it's very attuned to its well-being, making sure that it's healthy, strong, stable, and it's really following its own truth. So let's find a clarifier for the Hermit, please. Yes, and there's that, the King of Cups. So to me, it's like, yeah, you've had the Queen of Cups and now comes the King. And this is all about healing energy. Very Cancerian aligned card here. So this is all about healing your heart, healing your solar plexus, healing your third eye of intuition. Because Capricorn, you've needed some time to yourself. Don't worry. This won't last forever. But right now, you're definitely on a path where you're really doing some self-healing, some self-growth. And if you are a Capricorn who's single, it's totally fine. You need this time. And you know, if you're not, if you're in a couple, you also need some time to yourself to really heal and reflect on your interior position in life. So then on the outcome, here we go, look at that, we've got the Magician card. So to me, this is a lot of renewal. This is Gemini energy, Virgo energy, Mercury energy. We've just come through a Mercury retrograde, so it's like your mind is getting clearer again, and it's also bringing up a lot of healing, a lot of rebirth. You're using all the different aspects of your personality and spirit to make a new start. So let's pull a clarifier for the Magician, please. Ooh, another Queen. You've got all the Queens on the board this time, Capricorn, with a double from the Queen of Coins. But now, of course, we're getting that Queen of Fire. We started with the King of Fire. Here comes the Queen of Fire, that fiery wands energy. I love her because, of course, she's got dragons on her. So she's very, very passionate, very fiery. And to me, this is very bold. This is very beautiful energy. It's strong Leo energy, strong heart-based energy. So those new starts that you're making are very passionate. You're really starting to do something that you probably love, or really beginning to say, you know what, I want to do something that I love. Without a whole lot of fear. The Queen of Wands is very magical. In the Rider-Waite, she has that little black cat. You know, she's a very magic queen. So let's pull this card. Oh, look at that. So the Three of Wands. Look at that, Capricorn. This was the jump card that came out that I said I was going to read later for you. Says a little extra message. This is Aries and Jupiter energy. Three of Wands is all about waiting for those ships to come in. So you don't have to do a lot of chasing. You don't have to do a lot of pursuing, Capricorn. A lot of these good things, especially if you put in a lot of work, which I'm sure most goats have, that good stuff is coming to you and you don't need to worry. Just relax, relax, relax. And so let's pull a Divine Door card and see what comes up as the last affirmation for this reading. All right, so Capricorn, there is your door. It looks like, you know, a monk, you know, going into this very mysterious looking doorway, and the message on the back is Divine Guardian. Look at that. And so the message is, do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. Ah, I love that, because like I said, do not worry, do not fret. Good things are coming. Make sure to relax. So Capricorn, beautiful reading. I will be back very soon. Take care. See ya soon. Bye-bye.